Hello, and welcome to the New Mexico Tech Research LLM, created by student researchers at the New Mexico Cybersecurity Center of Excellence at New Mexico Tech. This is the backend user and setup guide. So this is for users that have privileged admin access, but not necessarily setting up for the first time. That will be a different video. So first off, welcome. Hello and welcome to the NMT Research LLM. This tutorial aims to introduce admin users to their role requirements, as well as detail how the admin users are able to perform those functions within the application. The Research LLM is intended to make the system super easy and secure on any system. If at the end of this tutorial you have any questions, please contact us using the Contact Us page or by contacting the NMCCOE email. So, this application at face value is a RAG-style LLM application built atop a Gemma 3 4B model. This uses simple embedding, cross-encoding, and adapting models from Hugging Face in order to train documents and be able to pull using queries. Each of these Hugging Face models are trained using the parsed documents. This means that each model incorporates each of the informations of the file and places each of them on, say, a graph. Similar papers or words are placed closer together, and thus will be pulled together with similar queries. In this way, whenever a user inputs a prompt, that prompt is embedded using the same encoder that we trained using our data. That way, whenever we take our prompt, we can place it near similar papers using similar wording. So prompts provide similar papers, and this is how RAG works. So an admin user is responsible for ensuring the functionality of the application by performing actions that update, delete, and retrain the model. They are also responsible for handling the user database, where they will have the sole responsibility for upsertion and demotion of users to the admin role, as well as deleting users when requested. Admin users are given access to a special version of the chat page that will allow them to enter the admin control page, where they will be given many more options to manipulate the application. So after promoting this admin user, congratulations, you are an admin. Now that you've been given admin privileges, you're able to access this admin controls page, where you will be able to make sure that the model is updated and retrained with the most accurate documents from the database at the most reasonable times. You can download new PDFs using a CSV of your institution university, upload new documents to be used for training, update the user database, and perform the training loop, which is pre-processing and retraining. Other functions of this application, like chatting, the account, logging in, logging out, checking the footers or anything like that, they work just as normal, just with these added permissions. So we'll log in and we will go to the admin control page now. So one thing that may happen whenever you log in for the first time is that you may not see this on your first login. If that is true, and you know that you're an admin user, you can go to the account and you can see role as admin. What we'll have you do is simply log out and log back in, and you will most certainly see this page again, or for the first time. But this is the admin chat page. So this means that you can prompt the model, and you can also go to this admin controls page. This is where you can upload new documents, pre-process, retrain, download new PDFs, handle the database, set the time to retrain, copy files to the Google Drive, and list JSON titles. So right now, if we list JSON titles, we'll see that there are no titles found. So that means that the model is not trained and there are no documents pre-processed right now. So there's nothing parsed inside of our parsed database. Going back here, we'll see what these mean. So if we select Upload New Documents for Training, we will be asked to upload a PDF or a .zip file full of .pdf files to be placed into the intermediary point for files in the database. So this means that files will then be ready to be parsed. So this means that the zip files also need to be checked though as well. So we place it inside of this intermediary point where the zip files will be then checked and make sure that the contents are safe and the correct type that we want. And then we will send them to the database where they will be parsed. Pre-processing then parses these and sends it through the parsing pipeline, where we will extract specific information from the PDF files and save that into the JSON database. So what this looks like here is an uploaded document file. So you simply upload a .csv file, or I'm sorry, not a .csv file. This is where you will upload your .zip file full of your PDFs, or simply a PDF. Going back, we have retrain. Retrain uses the data that we populate using preprocess. Preprocess inserts all of this important information into unique sections inside of the database, and then we use the data inside of this database to retrain and export the embedding model for the chatbot. This is primarily how the chatbot will work. So once we do retraining, we are able to use the chatbot. Downloading new PDFs is simple as well. You will simply upload a CSV file of the format name and email. This means that one column has name and the other column has email, and this will scrape online sources for more PDF publications. So this will be used if you, say, have an institution, and that institution has many authors. Those authors give you a ton of documents to place inside of the database. You upload these new documents, but yet you know that you're missing some. So what you will do is you will create a CSV file using a simple Microsoft Excel or something like that. You will write out the name and the email of that person that they would most likely use for uploading documents or PDF files or publications. You will create that CSV file, you will place that here, and then we will scrape for those publications that may not have been given inside of your original .zip file that you published. So this is just a way to make sure that you have everything from the authors that you know. That page looks like that page. It is right here. And here's where we could upload a CSV. Handle the database, like I just opened, has many controls, where you can list users inside of the database. Here I am, as my admin role. You can purge the data inside of the database. This would delete all contents inside of the new data, JSON data, as well as the model and the database full of parsed data. This will purge all data within the application, as well as the user database. Admin users also have the privilege to promote users to admin, demote admin users to users, and delete user accounts. Admin users can also select the time, and by setting the time, this determines when the model will be retrained. So this is important because many different places will have different times for downtime. So you can set for your downtime. This button as well, you're allowed to upload all of the data that you have inside of the PDF data folder. You can upload all of this data into a Google Drive if you have that Google Drive link. So certain privileged users, certain admin users that are connected to the statewide LLM will be given and allowed to use a private Google Drive link, and this will allow you to purge your database, not purge it, but take the contents of that database, upload it to this Google Drive, and then allow your papers to be used for the statewide or larger LLM. This will be helpful for more research and more broad research. You can also use this to upload it to private Google Drives. And then, as you saw earlier, we can set or look at the JSON titles. Typically, as we've talked about, the model is typically going to be used in the sequence. You're going to upload documents from your university or institution. You're going to double check that you have all of your authors that you know from your university or institution. You're going to place them inside of a CSV using their name and their email inside of two separate columns, and this will download papers from these known authors that may not be within your university or institution, but you have the author, but you don't have their papers. This will help find the papers. Then, what you will do is you will pre-process the PDF files for retraining. This step may take a short amount of time because this pre-processes and trains the entire document, or depending on how many documents you have, this may take a long time to get through every document. But this is working in the background. You will see a little bar on the top that is working. This is asynchronous, so the model still runs and you can still chat with the chatbot. But you will also receive a notification and an email to your email when it is done pre-processing. Once it is done pre-processing, we recommend that you retrain the model. This also may take a short amount of time depending on how large your then parsed database is, but you will also receive a notification and an email when it is done. You will also receive an email and notification when upload documents is done, as this may take a long amount of time as well. Once the model is retrained, you can go back to the chat page and you can chat with the model. And it's as simple as that. Main thing, upload new documents, pre-process, and retrain. These are your three main functions that you're going to be using as an admin to update the chat functionality. Each of these does take a lot of time, especially if you have a large .zip file here, many PDF files here, and a large database here, each from previous steps. You will receive a notification and an email when this is done. That way you can know to proceed to the next step inside of this sequence. If you have any questions or concerns, please use the Contact Us or the Help Us page to let us know how we can better assist you. Thank you very much. Good luck.